What's up guys, it's your boy Milan Miguel, back at it again with another video. Today we'll be analyzing my thoughts on the 0-0 draw between Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan at the Signal Iduna Park, so here we go.
Waking up, feeling like the thankful one. Count up my ones, lacing up my favorite ones. One of a kind, one of one, the only one. Got one shot.
Now, I just want to apologize real quick. I tried to make content before I left on my vacation trip, and then when I was on vacation I had no access to watch Milan games, so my apologies for being MIA for the last two games against Cagliari and against Lazio, but it wasn't my fault. It was out of my hands. But anyways, Milan took on Borussia Dortmund for their second game in the Champions League group stage at the Signal Iduna Park, and it resulted in a frustrating 0-0 draw. Both teams could not find the back of the net. Milan have now had two consecutive 0-0 draws, which is honestly insane because when you look at the amount of opportunities that were created, they honestly should have found the back of the net some way, somehow, but they failed to. With the 0-0 draw, Milan have now had 4 consecutive clean sheets in the group stages, which hasn't happened in quite some time. So it does give us some hope because the defense is doing well, but the offense is not clicking as well as they need to. We saw Mike Mignon return to the starting lineup after missing some time due to an injury where Sportiello filled in for him. I thought Sportiello did well in this game. I think Mike Mignon did well. He made a couple saves. There wasn't really any huge opportunities, but it was nice to see him finally back in action after resulting in that injury in our previous Champions League game against Newcastle. But here are my takeaways from the game. Milan just did not do enough. We had countless opportunities to score and put the ball in the back of the net, and it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. Olivier Giroud had that opportunity with the tap in and it goes over the bar. If he scores that in the first half, it's a different ball game altogether, and there's honestly no excuse for Giroud missing that opportunity with his experience in the game. Pulisic finally returned to the Signal Iduna Park, making his first appearance against Borussia Dortmund since departing them to go to Chelsea, and now he's at Milan. Pulisic missed a golden opportunity to put Milan up in a lead. Secondly, it seemed like the midfield was really missing Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Radek Krunic. I will say, Yunus Musa did play well in this game. It was nice to see Yacine Adli also get some minutes off the bench. He also played well in the previous game against Lazio, but it was just very apparent that we were missing Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Radek Krunic in midfield. And then to top things off, Samuel Chukwueze had a golden opportunity from Rafael Leao to score a goal straight at the keeper. Keeper makes a save, and then Tijani Reinders with the follow-up. Just not good enough. Really just sums up the game for us. It was a frustrating game. We just couldn't figure things out, and we couldn't figure things out against Newcastle where we dominated. Now I will say in this game we did play okay. It wasn't as good as Newcastle. I really think that we deserved 3 points, but it's also still early. We have 2 points in the group, which isn't terrible. We're not in last place. But Milan need to figure it out, or else it's going to be very hard for us to get out of this group. I don't want to jump to conclusions because Dortmund don't look so well in this competition. And then PSG just got bashed 4-1 by Newcastle. So if we can dominate Newcastle, and PSG just lost to Newcastle, there is a bit of hope for Milan in this competition to make it further outside of the group stages. Now I know some people were extremely disappointed and frustrated with the performances of Milan captain Davide Calabria and also Tommaso Pobega, but to me, I understand the Pobega starting because he has that experience. He's also scored in the Champions League, believe it or not, even though he is an average player. And Calabria is just the captain, so he's gonna get to start. But brings me to my next point. Should Pioli change things up? I think Alessandro Florenzi has played extremely well in the minutes that he has been able to get on the pitch, And he arguably deserves a start in the next Milan match and probably the next 2 Milan games. Same thing for Noah Okafor. Okafor has played great, limited minutes, he scored. I think he deserves a start. Giroud is more experienced, but you can't keep playing and starting Giroud and giving him all these minutes, because that's exactly what happened to Krunic, and Krunic is now injured. So I think personally, Pioli needs to change things up. I don't know what is going on with us in the Champions League, because in league form, we're able to find the back of the net. But in the Champions League, I don't know if it's because the young players are under pressure or whatever it is, but we really need to figure it out. I really want us to advance out of this group. If not, I really don't want to play in the Europa League. So I think personally, Malik Chow and Fikayo Tomori did well in defense. I thought that Pulisic played decent, even though he squandered his opportunity. I like Chukwueze. I like Yassine Adli. I thought Leao could have been better. I did like how Theo Hernandez played as well. But overall, 0-0 draw. On to the next. Thank you guys for watching. Forza Milan and peace.